Hello, creative journalers, and welcome back to Habit, Heart, and Possibility. This channel is all about journaling, gentle productivity, cozy routines, reading life, and creative planning. If that sounds like your kind of space, tap that like button so YouTube knows to share this with more creative planners like you. This is my next video on the gentle art of journaling for beginners. Today's journaling video will be kind of quiet. It's about emotions. So we're not focusing on planning or organizing our thoughts or anything structured. We're simply noticing what we're carrying. Because many of the emotions that we move through each day don't always have names, they just sit beneath the surface. We might feel restless without understanding why, or a little irritated without recognizing what's actually underneath that feeling. And when emotions stay unnamed, they tend to follow us through conversations, through decisions, through the way we experience our days. So today, we're creating a small space to gently bring those emotions into view. So I'm doing my usual 3 pages in the middle, front, back. I'm going to be using Archer and Olive paper, artisan paper from one of my subscription boxes. I've already torn this one. This is the back page, but I figure our emotions have layers, so my pages are going to have emotional layers of various different colors. All right. The paper is slightly bigger than the journal, so I'm going to be trimming it. It's kind of a little hard here. So while you're decorating and I'm decorating, think about those emotions you're carrying. You may not be able to give them a name, but maybe think of the reactions you've been having, and maybe that'll help give them names. Maybe you've been having reactions that really just didn't fit the mood, like overreacting or underreacting to certain things. There we go, the back one. So something important happens when we write about our emotions. When thoughts stay in our mind, they move quickly. One feeling blends into another. But when we write, everything slows down. And instead of being carried by the emotion, we begin observing it. That small shift from feeling to observing creates space. That space, clarity. Clarity begins to grow. I'm gonna get all the fronts of these done first, and then I'll try and do the back. Let's see how that goes. Trying to give it a little bit of a curve back and forth to give it a kind of a little bit of a design there. There we go. But also want to have enough room to write as well. Yeah. All right. So, what emotion feels strongest today? You don't have to rush the answer. Sometimes the first word can come to mind in its full picture. Sometimes you might write something like, I feel frustrated, and then pause. So ask yourself, what might be underneath that? Reflective expansion. Very often, emotions have layers. Frustration might be covering disappointment, fatigue, uncertainty, or even sadness. Let your writing follow that thread. You don't need to arrive at the right answer. You're just simply noticing. I like how this is coming out. The layers don't like cover, like it's not even like this, like covers the green here. Like you don't even see that layer. All right. All right. Let me get the back side of these. This is looking very nice. Go. Yep, that's what I wanted. All right. So now what situation has stayed in your thoughts? This could be something small, a conversation, a moment, something from earlier today, something you've been replaying quietly in your mind. Write something about it without editing, without trying to explain it perfectly. Just let the moment appear on the page. One of the reasons journaling works so well for this kind of reflection is because the page is private. It doesn't interrupt you, it doesn't judge you, and it doesn't need you to make sense of it immediately. You can write things here that you might not say out loud. And honesty matters because emotions that are acknowledged tend to soften, and emotions that are ignored tend to stay. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what might this feeling be trying to tell you? Not in a dramatic way, not as if there's a big answer waiting, in a curious way, a quiet way. Sometimes the answer is simple. I need rest. I felt overlooked. I'm overwhelmed. I need more space. Let whatever comes come. You could spend a few moments here. Let your thoughts move slowly, sentence by sentence. There's no need to fill the page. Even a few honest lines are enough. Over time, something begins to happen. When you journal this way, you start to recognize patterns. You notice what consistently drains your energy and what brings a sense of calm. You begin to understand your reactions, not judge them, but understand them. And that understanding leads to more thoughtful choices. Before we close, take a moment to look at what you've written, not to analyze it, just to notice. Is there a word that stands out? A feeling that feels clearer now that didn't before? Emotions are much easier to understand if they have a place to land. Your journal can become that place. A quiet space where your thoughts are allowed to unfold, where feelings can be named and gently understood. If you'd like to explore this practice more deeply, tomorrow's blog post talks about how reflective journaling helps bring emotional clarity over time. Until then, thank you for being a part of this cozy corner of habit, heart, and possibility. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a new journaling or gentle living video. Comment below. I always love hearing from my creative community. Be gentle with yourself. I'll see you soon.